Welcome back, legends. I'm at Sydney Motorsport Park again in my turbocharged Mazda MX-5. Yes, the world's happiest little roadster turned slightly unhinged track monster. And look, the dude is doing the swirly arm thing again. You know what that means? It's time to glove up and hit the track. Heading out of the pits behind that little radical thing again. The driver told me earlier that he just set a new PB here, something like a 57-second lap. That is pretty dang wild. I won't be getting anywhere near that today, but hey, let's get these tyres warmed up and maybe I'll get somewhere close. By the way, I'm trying a new camera angle today. This is the kind of full helmet camera mode. You're basically seeing exactly what I see, minus my sweaty face inside this helmet. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you love it, I might keep doing it. If you hate it, well, I'm sorry. For anyone new here, I'm Brendan and this is my Mazda MX-5, or Big Old Money Pit. It started life as a humble Japanese import. It was a little bit rough around the edges though, and I've since bolted a turbo to the side of the old 1.8 VVT engine. I threw on some 15x9 inch rims and some fat tyres and turned it into a little pocket rocket that runs around about 18 psi of boost. The engine has got some forged pistons and rods, a couple of bigger fuel pumps, some 960cc injectors and a MegaSquirt ECU to keep all the madness under control. It's fed with some E85 fuel because if you're gonna set money on fire, might as well make it smell good. Then there's all the DIY stuff. I've got a custom digital dashboard, carbon fibre bonnet, carbon fibre roof, carbon fibre boot, carbon fibre rear wing, all of those made by my good friend the Lightyear, and my personal favourite, the plywood front splitter. Yes, it's actual plywood. It turns out that Bunnings can sell downforce by the sheet. Inside of the car, it's all stripped out. It's got a cage, which I didn't make myself because I wanted to make sure it was done properly. I've got a variety of sensors and warning lights because I like to know when something's about to explode. The suspension's had some upgrades too. There's some bushes that have been replaced, some coilovers have been added, everything's been kind of tightened up. So it rides like a go-kart through the corners. All up, I've definitely spent way too much money on this car and it only gets driven for at most a few hours each month. But honestly, it's the best thing I've ever made and it's easily the most fun car I've ever driven. And yes, I've driven Ferraris and Lambos, but they didn't feel this quick. Maybe there's a power to weight ratio benefit, but the adrenaline of driving this car, it's almost delusional in the way it hits you. Either way, this car rips. Now, I didn't just wake up one day with a turbo MX-5 track monster. My first MX-5 was nearly 20 years ago, a bone stock 1.6 litre of pure disappointment. It had so little power that even my grandma's Corolla would beat me at the traffic lights. But it was cheap to run, it was bulletproof reliable, and it was an absolute blast on the track. I could drive all day, barely use half a tank of fuel, the tyres would last all year. It was basically a masterclass in fun per dollar. Over time, I upgraded it, I swapped things out, I also broke a few things and then fixed them. Eventually I ended up with this car, the final form. Well, that is until I break it again. This particular car has evolved over about 10 years. It had 5 years where it ran naturally aspirated, and then another 5 years where I finally had boosted it. It would get faster and stronger with every track day. Each time something would fail, I would fix it and make it better. That's just the way I love to do this. And that brings us to today, where I'm here at Sydney Motorsport Park on their South Circuit. This is sort of a short track that uses half of the main circuit and then a few windy bits off to the left and the right around that track. So here we're on the main circuit. We head right off that circuit onto these squiggly bits, and there's this very sort of fun undulating up and downhill section where we go left and right and left. And as I go around this Toyota 86, we head down this hill. It's a short little straight before a very tight left-hand corner, and this is a super tight corner, really painful to get my car around, and I've got a bit of a squirrel in the rear as I try to get the traction. And then it's up a hill, turn right, and then we come to join back onto the main track. There's a high-speed left-hand corner here, and we're zooming, and normally you would turn right, but in this case we zoom off this section of the track and we loop back around again through a left, right, left section of corners, and then that is the circuit's start-finish line there. We turn through this fast left-hander and we're on the main GP circuit again, but only for a moment. As we break down into what is turn 2, we turn left and then shoot off the track again. It's such a fun and interesting complex of corners, and there's not really any straight. It's pretty demanding physically because there's so much turning. You don't have a whole lot of time to think. You don't really have any time to rest. There's never any moment where you can just take a breather. It's just turn, 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 brake, accelerate, turn, turn, turn. There's never a moment to brake. And if you need proof of how spicy this thing is, yep, that's what 18 PSI and slightly overheated tyres looks like. A big old slide. See, I usually get about 3 or 4 good laps before the tyres start protesting and the car starts to do its best drift impression. Then some traffic shows up and that's game over for a clean lap. So time to cool down, head back to the pits and see what the stopwatch says. As has been the course for today, it's a 1 minute flat. That's been the magic number all day. Couldn't quite squeeze into a 58 today, but in this heat with these tyres, I'll take what I can get. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to wrestle these gloves off, which in this Australian warm weather is pretty hard. The hands have kind of swelled. Nonetheless, thanks for watching.